or welcome back. My name is Samantha and I am a small business owner and crafter from the East Midlands. I have just recorded this. I just recorded 15 minutes of video. Had I pressed record? No, of course I hadn't. So I am now even more pressed for time. So you'll know how long this is. We're gonna have to try and get through it quite quickly. I've got about 15 minutes until the kids are home and my ex is here to fix my shower. So I want this done before then, but I don't actually have an awful lot to share this week. I have had, my ADHD has been playing up so badly and I've had a lot of stuff to do on World of Warcraft. So I have a couple of finishes, but not many whips. I think I have 2 finishes and I think 2 whips. Technically 3 whips, but one of them is my big blanket that I just put a few rows on here and there. Technically 4 whips, but I'll show you my finishes first. Oh my god. Anything that I talk about will be linked down below. If I forget to link something or if you have any questions, leave me a comment and I will try to rectify the situation. Oh dear. Right. And I'm also sorry for just the state at the moment. Yeah. It's just one of those days. Headless chicken day. Right. First finish is my September sweater. I haven't done the end yet because I've just finished blocking it. So we have, it's going to look terrible because it's massive, but September sweater. So this is a half fisherman's rib, I think it's called. It's basically extended half double crochets, but you do them back and forth and then that gives you these lines. Can you see like the texture lines there? So we have this. I really like it. It fits me really well. I'd said last week about doing the cuffs differently and yeah, I just made them with balloon sleeves because they're meant to be straight down, but I want to be able to like push my sleeves up and not have them hanging over my hands. I spoke about this quite a lot before. This has been a whip for a really long time, so I'm glad that I've got it finished. I used this yarn here. It is Hayfield Soft Twist. The colour is charcoal and it is a 90% acrylic and 10% merino. Really nice yarn. You can see on the ends that I haven't woven in yet, it can get a little splitty. However, I've not had any issues with it while I was actually crocheting. It was great, and I was using quite a sharp hook as well. So yeah, I didn't have any issues with splitting then. But I'm really happy with it. It's nice, it's comfortable. I probably would, if I was to make it again, I would probably make it in a smaller size, but it's a comfortable, it like looks nice with my jeans and stuff. So I'm pretty happy with that. I just need to sew the ends in so I can actually wear it now. My other finish is, right, when you saw it last week, that's how much I had done. This is Close to You by, oh, the jumper is by Two Brothers Blankets. This is Justina somebody. I don't know, it's a free pattern on Ravelry. I'll link it down below. And there we go. Tis done. Tis finished. This is where most of my time went to this week. The pattern is actually written for 100 grams of 4-ply. This is a DK cotton, just like a random DK cotton that I had from like a mystery box, I think it was. But I think it's a nice little size, and I just wanted it as a little thing for in the summertime. I'm very happy with it. It's mostly garter, and these edge bits are very, can you see it's got, I don't know if you can see it's got holes in it. There you go. Very easy to memorise. You can do it without the pattern after a wee bit. It's an applied border. It's not an applied border at all. It's is an applied border after? I don't know. You do the border as you go. Whatever that's called. Oh dear. So there we go. It was a nice, easy, mindless knit. Really enjoyed it. I would probably make more of these. Yeah. I just did it to pattern. Nothing to say about it other than the fact that that is now 2 very long-term whips that I have off my list. I have decided though, I have 3 other jumpers on my whip list, and I think I'm going to either put them aside or frog them, because the weather's, sorry, my hair's just a mess. It's still wet. Because the weather's starting to warm up a bit, it's already too hot for me to be wearing jumpers. It gets a little bit cooler in the house because it's an old Victorian house and there's no real like windows and sunlight. So the house stays quite cool. So I could wear jumpers in the house till it gets a little bit chilly in the evenings. But going outside, it's starting to get a little bit too warm. And I'm planning to lose a lot of weight between now and it getting colder again. So what I'm going to do is I am going to either put them to the side or I'm going to frog them. And then I will make them in the right size when the weather gets a bit cooler. That's the plan. So that's all my finishes for the moment. Whips. Poor Totoro is still not finished. I think I'm going to try and get a bit of a push on this week and see if I can get some good progress. I've worked up here and I've worked all down here and got all these and put all these bits in. It's recognisable as Totoro now at least. We're getting there. But I've just not been in the mood for stitching. I've not touched my hair at all this week. So yeah, I've not really been in the mood for stitching, which is not good because I have a lot of stitching to do. Quite a lot of my whips, because stitching takes quite a long time, quite a lot of my whips are stitching ones. But yeah, there's not really much to say about that other than I've done a little bit on it. And likewise with this. I think I'd done like the toe last week. I've not done very much in it. I've just done a few rows, I think, since last week. This is my In Bloom, I think they're called, socks by Kelly at Rural Kids. And these are, I'm using this, ooh, Countryside Wool Blend 4-ply. I've never used this yarn before and I wanted to see what it would be like for socks. There we go. It's a nylon wool and acrylic blend. Obviously it's white because what other colour would I make socks out of? I don't know why. But I want a pair of white socks with little pretty things on them. And they are for the ongoing Cal. Every 2 months she puts one of her patterns on sale. We all knit that pattern. We go into a prize draw. We win prizes. It's glorious. Everybody's happy. So yeah, that's... Why is my timer not going up anymore? I don't even know what's wrong with this. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see if this is still carrying on recording. I don't think it is. The other thing that I've kind of started, you can't see that at all, is this. Alas Poor Yorick. I got this. This is from the Royal Shakespeare Company. Alas Poor Yorick, paint by numbers from Hamlet. Now, my kids got me this for Mother's Day and I love it. It's awesome. It's really nice. My issue with it, right, I'm going to restart this. No, it says that it's still recording, but the timer's not going up. I'm very confused. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Right. So my issue with this, and it's a bit of a situation because I don't want to come across as not being inclusive, but that's clearly a black hand, which would be great if it was on an appropriate character. This guy, Hamlet, is very famously Danish. And I'm not saying there's no black people in Denmark. Of course there are black people in Denmark. However, at this time in history, a Danish prince, I'm pretty sure he was a prince, Danish prince is not going to be black. Like, why do people keep doing Denmark like this? Oh my goodness. It's the same as Little Mermaid. I know there was like a big kick up about the live action Little Mermaid. So the Little Mermaid has a very famous statue in Copenhagen. And I know it's a mermaid and nobody knows what her actual skin colour is and blah 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 blah. But she's got a statue in Copenhagen. She's a very famous Scandinavian folktale. Scandinavians are quite famously blonde hair, blue eyes. So even like the Disney version where she had red hair, even that wasn't, oh my gosh. Anyway, it's crazy. Like, I don't understand why they do things like this, right? There are so many stories. I'm very into folklore and stories and things like that. And see the amount, because Africa has such a wonderfully rich and diverse like oral culture of stories. Like, there are so many that they could make some great movies and books and all kinds of things out of them. And they don't. I don't know why. Because they're amazing stories. And they all have like a moral to them. They're all teaching stories. You know, don't just like... Sorry, I went a bit of a rant now. Anyway, my kids got me this. I love it. Even though, like, this is not correct. I'm also pretty sure that the skull never had flowers on it. But, whatever. I do like it. The only thing that I'm struggling with at the minute, as you can see, you might not be able to see it, but oh, I have started painting over here. I started with number 1, which is white. Unfortunately, the paper is also white. It's white, like thick cardstock, and it comes with like things to hang it and stuff as well. Can't see what I'm painting at all. So that's why I've only done a little bit of it. Right. That's everything. That's everything I have to show you. Plans for this week are going to be... I don't know. I want to get some more stitching done. I want to focus on Totoro, get that finished. I want to get another pattern up because I didn't get that done this week. I want to get another pattern up on the blog. I want to get a shop update done because I still haven't done that either. Last week I had a really bad period as well, so yeah, that's why I was able to sit and get all the knitting done and get that finished, because I spent half the week just like curled up in pain and had to do something where I'm like not really thinking about it. So that was perfect for that. Right. What else? I am going to... yeah, that's pretty much my plans for the week. I need to get some more sewing done. I need to get more stuff on Vinted, just the usual. I'm still clearing out. I'm going to be making a different YouTube channel because I want to have like a more vloggy kind of channel that's not necessarily craft related. So I'm going to have 2 separate channels. I'm going to see how that goes for a bit. And the other channel is mostly going to be shorter videos. We'll see how that goes. What else? I need to find a new audiobook to listen to. I finished my audiobook today. It was a Vol'jin one. It was World of Warcraft. Vol'jin's one of the main characters in World of Warcraft lore. So it was his story. That was pretty good. It was alright. What else? I also need to find a new Kindle book to read. I'm going to go on a bit of a rant again now. So I finished a book and it was meant to be just a bit of light reading. Fine. Okay. I am very, very annoyed recently with... So if you're writing a book, write a book. Don't write a book and expect people to buy an entire book that is just setting up for the actual story that's going to come in the next books. just do one big book, or just do, yeah, whatever. But I've just read a book, and it was basically just the setup for the story. You don't find out anything really. It was a complete waste of time to read. So I kept thinking that it was going to give more information, but it just didn't. It was literally just setting up for the next book. And I'm not going to go and buy the next book because I don't want to. Right. I'm going to go because the kids are going to be back any minute. My ex is going to be here any minute. And I don't even know if this is recorded. So we shall see. I'll be back next week. I'm sorry, this has just been all over the place. Absolute mess. Ugh. Right. I will be back next week. And hopefully things will be a bit better and a bit less rushed and more settled. Okay. Have a wonderful week. Have a lovely weekend. And I will see you next week. Bye.